What's going on, guys? Welcome along to AFC Game by Game. And after that amazing win yesterday, that exceptional result against Tottenham Hotspur away from home, 1-0 to the Arsenal, and with Chelsea losing the other night, it really does look like Arsenal are back in contention for the title. Now, this is something that's been ongoing throughout the whole season. Can Arsenal win the league? Can they not do it? And after that defeat to Stoke the other weekend, you know, it really did look like we'd been pushed out of the frame of things and we were competing for fourth yet again. But we never really expected this kind of twists and turns. And with Chelsea losing, us winning in a game that Spurs game, retrospect of how Spurs have been playing going into it, the 4-0 loss to Chelsea, the loss to Benfica as well. Forget all of that. In a derby, their tempo is going to be massive, and away from home, the intimidating atmosphere, never going to be easy for any Arsenal player on that pitch. But you know what? We ground out a result, got an excellent win, and we really are back up there fighting for the title. Yeah, I'm so glad to see that, but you know, there's still quite a long way to go yet. And I just think we're in such an excellent position to mount a good title challenge, and considering who we've got to play in the coming weeks, you know, if we win our games against Chelsea and against City, and we win our game in hand against Swansea, then, you know, we're going to be right at the top. But that game against Chelsea is going to be absolutely pivotal. And I actually think we can honestly go on and do that. I mean, if you look at who we've got out for that game, Ozil, Walcott, Ramsey, Wilshere, we have a whole load of players. But if we field the exact same team that played against Spurs, then you know what? You know, we can honestly go on, beat Chelsea, end Mourinho's record, Wenger's 1,000th game. Surely it's destined, it's written in the stars that we can go on and do this against Chelsea. That's not going to be easy, but I think we've got the benefit of the doubt here, because Chelsea are going to be without Ramirez, they're going to be without Willian, and I think Jose Mourinho had to sit in the stands for this one. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. After he came on the pitch during the 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa, so I'm pretty sure that he's got to sit out of this game, which really should be a motivating factor for Arsenal. We should go on and, you know, just come flying out of blocks in that game, really attack Chelsea, and they're going to play a defensive game in that, you could tell. And where we're going to really have to expose Chelsea's midfield, because, you know, they're going to have Matic in there alongside someone like Lampard, Johnny and Obi Mikel. Lampard, best days are way behind him now. Obi Mikel, frankly, not a very good footballer. We should really be exposing that with the likes of Chamberlain, Rosicky. And whilst I'm on the subject of Rosicky, he is going to be so important in this final stretch of the season. As he always is, I'm hoping we'll see him feature in every game now. Because if he plays like he did yesterday, then he deserves to start week in, week out. And he's just such a motivating, character-building player to have in the team. He's an amazing player to have. And honestly, if we beat Chelsea, then we got Swansea after that. At home, that should be a straightforward 3 points in my opinion. But a big game after that, Man City. Now, to win there, we're at home in this one, and I think we're really going to want to avenge that 6-3 mauling we had earlier in the season. And I think we can do that. City are on a bit of a blip at the moment. They had a great victory at Hull the other day, which, admittedly, considering they were down to 10 men for a majority of that game, you know, you've got to give them a load of praise and say, you know what, well done. But at home, they don't look great. They honestly don't look that good at the moment. I think whilst they're in this phase, we can have the beating of them. Of course, they'll probably have Aguero back for that game, which is just our luck. And trying to stop him is going to be one hell of a job. But Wigan managed to do it, so why can't we? I mean, everything's to play for at the moment. Although City, in my opinion, really are the dark horses. What worries me is that they've got 3 games in hand over Chelsea. They've got 2 games in hand over us. They win all of them, they're straight back to the top, and then you kind of wonder when they get there, is there going to be any catching them? I mean, they do still have to travel to Anfield, which is something that we've already done. I tell you, I am so glad we've already played Liverpool, because if you look at how they're playing at the moment, they are unstoppable. And to be fair, I've got to give Liverpool a whole load of praise. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not glad they're back at the top challenge, because they've been absolutely amazing this season. Brendan Rodgers has assembled a quality side there, seeing the best out of Jordan Henderson, Joe Allen. Gerrard is having an amazing season, as is Sturridge, Suarez. Their defence actually seems to be coming together at the moment, and they're beating the big teams. And they really are challenging for the title. They are serious contenders, and if they win some of their remaining games, and they've actually got quite a cushy run in, if you look at it, they really could go on to win the title. And you know, them as well as City, they're the 2 dark horses in this. As are ourselves, really. I think a lot of people are still rooting for Chelsea to win the title, but my main concern is, if City win their 2 games in hand over us, even if we beat them, we're still going to be a point behind them, which, you know, is my main concern. And after City, we've got to go on a away trip to Everton, which I think is going to be an incredibly tough game. And in all honesty, I think we'll struggle to get 3 points there. I would probably settle for a point there. But realistically, if we are going to be pushing for this title, if we want to win it, I think we've got to beat Chelsea. No, draw against Chelsea, should I say. Beat City and then beat Everton. They're the kind of results we've got to be getting. And once we've got those 3 games out of the way, you look at our last 5 games, we can really get 15 points out of 15. I've got our last 15 games, 5 games should I say, right here. And if you look at them, you know, we really should be winning them. West Ham at home, Hull City away, Newcastle at home, West Brom at home, Norwich away. Out of all those fixtures, it really should be 15 points out of 15 in that one. I'm confident we can do it. You look at those teams, a majority of them are below 10 teams, and we really can be beating them lot. Just, you know, play the beat, and a lot of them are home games as well. So that is going to be a nice run in. That's when teams like Chelsea and City are going to be going to Everton and they're going to be going to Liverpool. That's when they'll be dropping points and hopefully we'll be gaining them. So we might not be getting the points on the board now, whereas other teams like City and Liverpool are. But when they've got to play the other teams, the tougher teams that we'll already have played, we'll be racking up the points when we're playing lower level opposition. So that's why the end of this season is going to be so exciting. But I've always said this season, any cup will do us justice, whether it be the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, or indeed the Premier League. Any one of those will be a major turning point in, you know, this whole Arsenal journey that we're all on at the moment, because, you know, we haven't won a trophy for 9 years, and if we win something, it'll just, you know, it'll just be a massive relief. It'll be a huge weight off our shoulders. And, you know, if we don't win the league this season, then we're more than capable of going for it next season. The FA Cup and your top 3 spot, I would be more than happy with that. That's something that I'm aiming for. It's something I hope we'll get. But if we do end up going on to win the double, then, you know, no complaints on my behalf, because I'm confident that, you know, I'm not going to get overwhelmed, and I'm not going to say we're definitely going to win the double, because, you know, there is a very long way to go in Football League terms. There are so many more twists and turns that could happen. For all we know, Liverpool could fall away. We could still fall away. We could implode. But I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, I'll stop going on about it now. Please leave your thoughts on whether Arsenal can win the Premier League or even the double this season in the comments box below. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could click the like button. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mental. I never thought it would get this far. So I'm probably going to do a special video on that anytime soon. So thanks to everyone that subscribed. If you could continue to do that, I thank you. I love your support so much. It's absolutely overwhelming. But like I said, thank you, like the video, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.